Hello and welcome back to another video. I just want to say really quickly, Happy New Year, and hopefully this one's going to be a good one. Last year wasn't too bad. It was alright. Anyway, as you may tell, this is a voiceover, because I was having some audio issues. Anyway, starting off, hubs. I'm fed up with them now. I didn't manage to fix this, the automatic locking hubs. I think it's some old springs not making enough springiness. There's a dog in the background. Anyway, I've ordered some new ones off of eBay. There was a deal on 80 quid for two. So the AVM ones. That's all I really know about them. They do fit the car. So yeah, I'm not sure if I need to tighten the front bearings at all. They are the old ones there. Also, got that from my dad. It wasn't a present. He just let me have it because it was for a tractor run, Christmassy tractor run. Also, there we go. You cleaned it. I cleaned it out. There's mud everywhere in it because I haven't got metal to weld up the floor yet. And here's a can of Dash Cleaner, car shampoo, whatever you want to call it. I cleaned up the dash. It's very interesting to see how much I've actually done on the car. It doesn't feel like I've done much, but once I go back and look on older videos, also I fitted a radio. I'm not sure if I showed it. Once I go back and look on old videos, it's very interesting to see how much of a difference there is. I wasn't keen on getting manual locking hubs. Not because they're manual, I don't mind that. It ensures that they're actually on. It's because the caps, as you can just see, I like how the caps look. And that's it, but not a big deal. So, yeah. Oh, also, I changed the bolt tyre, swapped it from that other scrap one, because it was really bold. So now both the back tyres have the same amount of tread. The spare tyre is flat, so sometimes it's just the valves. And here are all the spare wheels and rims. Some of them are just the valves are broken, but they need replacing. And there's two other chrome ones there. I have got the spare tyres that's on the car right now. There's the valve that's broken. Has got the right type of rims to be chrome, so I might re-chrome it. Here is the Deutz D8006. I think it's 6-cylinder, 80 horsepower. It's air-cooled. The cab's rotten, so that's going to need replacing. As you can see, I'm just damaging it even more. That's the toolbox there. It's interesting that the toolbox is part of the steps. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's just the cab's run. So it's interesting that's air cooled. I don't think we're gonna maybe one day we'll fully restore it. It drove there. Needs a new exhaust. I was thinking about giving it a chrome straight pipe. Dad doesn't want to put a turbo on it. He just wants to boost it, which is fair enough. I guess. Because we don't want to wreck the engine. It drove there fine, so yeah. We were trying to get the bush shocker off. The top link off. So we were trying to lift it with some jacks that you'll see right here. It's got a bush shock on it. It probably needs replacing the hoses. So there we go. Heavy duty kind of things. Trying to get the top link off. Yeah, the cab, even the roof of the cab, I'm surprised. Oh yeah, there's also good water. Good glass in the cab. Well, some left. Yeah, when I was up there, I was leaning on the roof of the cab, and my fingers kind of sank into the sponge in the top of the cab interior, which was interesting. So that's something. New tyres on the front. They're quite old now, but look, you can still see the numbers on the tread, so they haven't been used barely at all. But yeah, it drove there and it parked. Here is a Ford horse box lorry which has a broken reverse gear in it, and the cab's rotten anyway. So I'm thinking about just putting the Renault Clio's body on its chassis, shortening the chassis obviously. Here is my brother's little trailer that he got a few months ago. It was kind of very bendy and he welded it back up, but it needs a new floor. So he's thinking about making it into a tanker trailer. Here's a Nuffield 6-cylinder swap in it, lorry engine. That's not good. Intake is not supposed to be able to get water in it. Also, I'm afraid the rockers might be all seized up. I couldn't even get the cap off. Water pumps seized, or fan, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I feel that engine's not good, which is bad. Obviously, the exhaust is facing down, so there's no water in that. Threads on these are rusty. I just haven't had time to go and wire brush it. Tank's fallen off, but it might be fine if I give it a clean out. So with this Bedford, I just haven't had time to actually go to work on it with college and work and everything. So it's been repainted many times. It has got a hole. Like I've gone blank. It's got a hole in places, but the interior is good. So it obviously hasn't gotten damp inside, so the rust can't be that bad. Most of the flakes are just probably paint because it's been repainted with a brush a couple of times. That's a project in the future. Here's another one that my brother has. I'm not talking about the muck spreader. It's a little tipper thingy. We had one before that was yellow, but that was a 1-cylinder. This is a 2-cylinder. I think it's been repainted because it's grey but it has yellow underneath. It's got some specks of rust or something that went from the intake into the one of the cylinders because it seized. We got it unseized and running, and then it seized back up. So I don't think it's supposed to have so much water in it. I think I mentioned that it's a bit of a swimming pool. Not all these clips didn't have audio. And of course, I mentioned earlier the Renault. The tines on the fork weren't long enough to go underneath. So I couldn't put ties between the tractor and the car. So I bent up the doors a little bit. The back door did open at one point, but it's maybe like jammed somewhere. The windows don't. I'm glad I didn't smash the windows. But yeah, that's going to be a banger. Anyway, I think that battery's probably done for, but I'll still try to charge it. It's a diesel, so needs a new head gasket. So I'll get a head gasket. And then if it still doesn't run right, I'll put it on top of the lorry chassis. Also, it's got sunroof. I can't remember. Oh yeah, the seal for that door. I need to take that off and put it onto my one, just to make it look a little tidier. I need to find it inside for the passenger door as well, the trim. A little mower I got for free. Just they said, it's scrap, you can take it. I noticed the engine spins no problem, which it should have compression, so the valves are probably a bit sticky. Quad bike, the spark plug thread kind of came out when we were giving it the beans around the field. I think it's Kawasaki maybe, or a Suzuki. Yeah, that's not supposed to wiggle. I'm pretty sure, I can't remember, did it just pop right out? I don't know, it's losing compression anyway. But that gearbox works, it runs, it's just, I need to redo the thing for the spark plug. Anyway, next stuff, there's an Atco in there that needs more wiring. There's a little mower there as well that we might do something with. Needs wiring done to it. Dad used to take it out into the sand school to harrow the sand. And there's a Ferguson T20 DP3 diesel Perkinson 3-cylinder. It's being rebuilt. That's going to be my tractor. It's got Massey Ferguson cedar wheels on it, which I found to fit big flotations. It needs a lot of TLC. My brother got 2 of these kind of lawnmowers from next door that were just sat in the field. Engine spins. Frame's a bit bent up, but I can bend it back. Needs a new rod for the steering. He's taken the engine and the gearbox, and I've asked him to leave me the front axle and the rest. So I'm thinking about making it into a go-kart with a little knockoff Honda engine I've gotten. That I'll mention in a bit. Husqvarna. You may have seen it in a past video. I did get an engine in it. I burnt out the starter motor. So I'm going to need to get another one. It was old and tatters anyway. And I need to put a switch in and everything, because I just hooked it up with jump leads to get it to spin over and start. So need to get. I've got a new fuel filter. There's an old kind of car one on it that's just leaking a little bit. It's just got duct tape around it. But yeah, that's just going to be like a little fun thing to drive about. But yeah, that is pretty good. My brother crashed a Fergie into it, so the bonnet's a bit bent. In this cowshed now, I got 3 rotavators on the go and my dad's generator in there. I don't know if the generator works, but I know the rotavators work. One of them needs some TLC. The middle one there needs TLC. I bought that one next to the shelf myself in the Dorset Steam Fair one year, so that was fun. Was it 2018? I don't know. Kawasaki haven't got much work done on it. I need to get a carburetor kit, and I went back to my grandma's and got the number plate. Need to get a carburetor rebuild kit and maybe a clutch pack, but I don't know. I think that's all I need. Oh yeah, and an air filter. So I'm just gonna show it now. Turn the light on. Sorry, this is just... I'm trying to talk with the video. Get it much easier. Editing. So, book. That was very handy. New piston kit. There we go. I think I showed the... Yeah, I showed the piston. Is that called scoring? I don't know. Anyway, the piston rings were pretty crappy, so it must have lost quite a bit of compression. And the air filter. I might get a sport air filter. Keep it inside the original cap, obviously. And I haven't actually tried to fiddle with carburetors much before, so this is going to be interesting. I got the basics of it, but once I clean the carburetor, made in Japan, once I clean that carburetor, it'll be quite straightforward. Don't know if I got specks of rust in the crankcase, so I'll put a magnet in there. I think I'll clean the whole thing, to be honest, once I take the clutch and everything out. I need to get WD-40 and get some new screws and things before they kind of wear when I try to undo them. My brother got this stud out for me, which was it snapped off with me. Looks like he welded a nut on it, so that's well, if it works. I got new studs. I did buy 4 studs for another Kawasaki engine, which was like, I don't know, it was a 50cc one. It was exactly the same engine, just scaled down. So I might try and find a little crappy engine which can use those studs. That'd be interesting, because I spent like 50 quid on shipping, so I'll never make my money back selling those. Here's the Terios. We got 2 now, but this one was the one that we did have. It leaks oil a little bit. My mum says she's going to scrap it, even though she said I could have it compressed in the back. I don't know why. At least I know that compressor's there now. We have a big one as well, but that one can come in handy every now and again. Yeah, it's a nice little thing. It's 4-wheel drive. The one that Dad has now is more off-roady spec, silver. You can see why I live in a static. I think that's the drainage there, the sewage. Never noticed, but this has a engine on it. I think it's a hedge trimmer, like a really old one. I used to think it was a elevator, but it's obviously not. Yeah, little petrol engine. It's interesting. I think it's... Can you maybe start it with the PTO? I don't know. Other than a field, this one has been neglected much more. It's got an original engine in it because the chassis hasn't been extended. Well, unless it's another Nuffield engine that's been swapped. Yeah, that exhaust must have had water in it. I think my brother put a jar over the... is that the intake or the rocker? The rocker looks good on that one, though. Tyres kind of rotted off the rim. To be honest, both of them are in, like, similar condition. So maybe we can use one of them as parts. Maybe this engine is okay. Like, if it's seized just in the piston, then it's not as big of a deal. Dog's just dancing about there. I think it looked like she had a rat. Yeah, there's other look of the house. We could probably splice off the bad bit because there's still a lot of it that's good. And then maybe not like a lean-to, like extend it out like a little bungalow type thing, just one story. Yeah, I thought it was a rat she was lying on, but it's more like a collar for a horse. I don't know what it was. It didn't look much like a rat anyway. Two little engines here that probably run with little work, and I forgot to show you the knockoff Honda engine. I did drain the fuel out of it because I was leaving it for a while. It's got oil in it. Go-kart, or I think I'll just use it for anything that needs an engine. To be honest, I need to get a centrifugal clutch for it. I want to make like my own kind of garden tractor and put an alternator belt on it as well to charge up a battery so I got good lights and stuff. I found a keyway for it, the key thingy. I would take the exhaust off it if it wasn't a new engine. But yeah, that works good. 2 Balers there. I think that's a Massey Ferguson one and a New Holland. 205, but it's a 4-door, so it's a bit ugly. A bit like the Renault Clio. That grey one isn't... Oh, is it silver? Grey or silver? I don't know. More grey. Isn't ours, but we might get it. They're all banged up, but it's a shame they're not 2 doors. We did have a 2-door. That's a Rover there. It's got electrical issues. My brother's Ferguson tipper trailer, which he got not long ago. He's going to replace the wood in the floor of it. Yeah, the Rover, it's a nice car, but it used to be my granddad's, but there's some electrical issue in it. A transit van, a tranny van. I'm thinking about ditching the box. It's not ours, but he's left it there for so long it's rotted away, so he wouldn't mind just giving it to us. My boss, he's an old guy, but I go and help him out a lot, so I've gotten a few things off of him already, like one of those rotavators. The chassis is alright on it, it's just the body, so I don't know, maybe go and taking it for fun, I don't know. John Deere baler next to the David Brown 1212 hydro shift, I don't know, and a little tidy horse box there. 545 if you're interested. I do remember it working, but we just haven't had the tractor to run it, so I hope there's no tree growing through it. It should work fine, just needs a lot of grease. I couldn't find the lettering for on the bonnet. Maybe it's been painted over, but I think it's hydro shift, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure there's a 1212 marking in the cab there somewhere. Needs a new cab, some fabrication to the bonnet. Trailer fell on the cab once. It was a little trailer was on top of another trailer, a box trailer, which fell off at some point onto the cab, which smashed a window. That's why there's glass in there everywhere. But yeah, got electrical issues. Needs new wiring, pretty much, and some heat plugs. Heat plugs. You know, the plugs where the sand comes out or the casting, whatever. This dad reversed into the door not long ago of this Mercedes. It runs on gas as well or something. My granddad used to go delivering in it. We just use it as storage right now. It would start up, but I'm not sure if the head gasket's gone on it. Don't know how much rust is in it. Maybe it's just a bit on the sills there. Needs a good clean. It's getting a thing. And of course, the 405 MI16. I think it's an MI16 engine. It's the nicest 405 I've seen. It could have some work done to it. But, yeah. You saw a video on that, I think, last video. And then, obviously, my pride and joy. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you more this year, hopefully. Bye.